Every single thing that I went through was on purpose. This conversation is meant to happen.
How do you want to be remembered?
I don't care. I don't care about being remembered. I only care about figuring out why I'm here. I mean, growing up, I was just kind of like a regular kid. And then at like 16, I started working. I moved out with my brother. We came to Miami. I used to live on, can I get this girl? Like that was my entire life. My entire life was money and girls. That was it. I was, a 19-year-old, 20-year-old bartender in Miami Beach. But I was a kid. I was like still a kid. When I was like 4 years old, I wanted to buy a bike. So I was on my way to work. I had a pretty long day. I was kind of like in the middle lane of this 3-lane one-way, and this lady was at a stop sign, and she took the stop sign, and I went into the left lane. She hit the back of my bike, and I flew and hit my head on the curb. I must have knocked out because I don't remember. The only thing I remember is leaving my house to go to work, and then waking up in the ambulance, telling the fire rescue, my name. In my mind, I thought that I was gonna be like an amputee. I thought that I lost a leg, something like that, because I don't remember the accident at all. But I asked the fire rescue, I asked him if everything was still there. So in my mind, I'd already knew that I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't feel them. I couldn't feel anything like nipple line down at all.
So John had a thoracic, I think it's a T4 spinal cord injury. So pretty much from his torso down is affected. And that could be anything like balance. It could be, primarily it's balance that you're really trying to work on. And then just building upper body strength to be able to move themselves around different surfaces and transfer themselves in and out of their cars or their beds, things like that.
It was just strange because I feel like everybody saw it as something much bigger than I did. Even now, I don't really see it as like anything bad. I've never shed a tear from the day of my accident, never. And to see everybody so emotional about it, I was lost because I didn't understand.
The first day we weren't able to see him of the actual accident, we were there until, I remember I had work. I think the next day we were there until 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I think I didn't miss one day going to the hospital. Every day, as soon as I got out at 6, I went straight over there. Every day. Every day. Every single fucking day.
I wasn't allowed to do any lifting 3 months after my accident. So I was back in the gym 91 days after my accident, the day right after.
A lot of times in that situation, people are asking me really big questions. When am I gonna walk again? Is my life over? How am I going to participate in society? And John was more just how do I get back at it? And that was there from day one, I saw it.
One thing I would definitely say is that paratriathlon is nothing like anything else. I mean, the swimming, even the swimming, I'll look up videos or I'll try to find coaches online and things like that, but they don't really understand too much just because most of them have never taught someone who was like paralyzed. There's this thing when you're in the race, when you really want to quit, and you just kind of tell yourself like, I've been doing this, you know, I've been training for this, you know, and like, you know who you are at that moment. So ultra racing is a lot like riding a motorcycle. You're in this like super aero position. You're going pretty fast. Last race I did, I fell in a ditch because it like broke off and the front wheel kind of just like came off. But regardless, my times have got better in every race. When it's 4 a.m. on a Sunday and everybody I see is their Saturday night and it's my Sunday morning and it's quiet and I'm so focused and I'm so in tune with me and my training and my ambitions and my goals that I feel superior.
I think John has this go-getter mindset and he loves a challenge. So whenever you tell him he can't do something, I think he's going to show you and prove you wrong. And I think that that's what's helped him so much.
Right now, I have no regrets in my life at all. I've done everything and I've done it the way that it was supposed to be. So if tomorrow I decide not to be a triathlete anymore because I have a new goal, I'll do that. I just finished my 28 miles. Now I'm gonna go swim 100 laps, then I'll do 50 miles on the hand cycle. I know I'm gonna do that today. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I just know that tomorrow I'll be happy about what I did yesterday. No, I think about it all the time. I think about what my life was before and what it is now. Everything's difficult. I have to think about opening a door. I have to think about, okay, how am I gonna cook? I have to think about how am I gonna drive? Once those things became easy, then it's like, okay, what's next? I feel like one day, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or 10 years later, but one day, this whole triathlon thing is gonna be like, okay, what's next? And that's how I live my life.
I think that he's someone who will always be advancing. I don't think he's someone to stay stagnant or complacent. So I think he's great right now, but he's gonna be greater.
I wanna be the best. I don't train so that I can compete. I train to win. I don't know who you are, but I'm coming after your spot. I will be world champion. I will be an Ironman. I will be the best.